Hello everyone, I am your host Narkexi, doing my shoutcasting re-debut, long retired from StarCraft, back in action and in the saddle for some X-Wing tonight. Tonight we're looking at a round 2 game between the Headhunters, featuring LuckyDuck, and Mon Cala Seafood, featuring TimOpin, for the Nickle City X-Wing Draft League. So these two players had their factions pre-assigned to them, or they asked what they allowed themselves to say what faction they'd like, and LuckyDuck has picked Scum with TimOpin picking Republic. TimOpin is the home team, so he got the chance to actually select which mission objective he didn't want to see rolled for. And I believe that we are looking at just a standard chance engagement here between these two players. So we'll start with our home side, Tim. So for Tim, we have ourselves Anakin Skywalker with dorsal turret, proton bombs, and Ahsoka Tano. His ability, after you fully execute a maneuver, if there's an enemy ship in your front arc at range 0 to 1 or in your bullseye at any range, you may spend one force to remove one stress token. Plated hull, while you defend, if you're not critically damaged, change one crit to a hit result. So really, really strong for salvage mission. Next up, we've got broadside, the I3 resistance Republic Y-wing. While you perform a turret attack, if your turret indicator is in your left or right arc, you may change one blank result to a focus. With a plated hull and ion cannon turret. Shadow Squadron veteran, dorsal turret proton bomb. Another Shadow Squad veteran, dorsal proton. Same again and same again. So we're looking at a very beefy 6 Y-wing list here from the Republic player. If we jump on over to the Scum player, LuckyDuck, he is one of our locals here at the Reef City Cartel in far north Queensland. This week, the players were given permission to start using the new standard loadouts that were given to them by the XWA people themselves. So we are seeing a standard loadout Fenrau. So same ability as always. While you defend or perform an attack, if at range 1, you can roll 1 additional die. With Concordia face-off, if you defend, the attack is at range 1, you in the attacker's front arc, change any result to an evade. With Fearless, if you're looking at each other, front arcs, and you're at range 1, you can change any of your results to a hit. Adaptable power systems, after you fully execute a red maneuver or perform a red action, you may spend 1 energy. If you do, gain a deplete token to remove 1 stress token. And before you engage, you may spend 1 energy. If you do, you may gain 1 strain to remove 1 deplete. So there's a lot of fun stuff you can do. You can burn both of those in 1 round, which is probably how it's going to happen. Fen very rarely gets strained, or depleted for that matter, but still at range 1, you're still rolling a 4 dice with a deplete. We'll finish off Fenrau, then we'll take a look at how these asteroids are being placed. Beskar reinforced plating, while you defend, if the attacker is in your front arc, if you would be dealt a face-up damage card, you can spend 1 energy to deal that card face down, or 2 to discard it instead. 5 objectives, so I could be wrong on that chance engagement. Let me quickly see if it was put in chat. It is salvage mission, sorry. So that's exactly what the Republic player wants to be seeing this game. Salvage mission is just phenomenal for him, being able to just shrug off crits until he's crit. You need to deal a crit to discard a cargo. So if you're preying on just a single crit going through to kick cargoes, it's going to get turned into a hit unless you can push through 2 crits. So, while they are setting up, we'll kick down the line for LuckyDuck here. Cad Bane, as we know and love him, this is a standard loadout Cad Bane. So still the same ability. After you perform an attack that hits, you may spend 2 energy to transfer one of your non-lock red or orange tokens to the defender. And the chassis ability, Dead to Rights. While you perform an attack, if the defender is in your bullseye arc, defense dice cannot be modified with green tokens. So the standard loadout comes with flechette cannons. Range 2 to 3, 3 dice, forward arc weapon. After this attack hits, if the defender is in your bullseye, the defender gains 1 strain token. That's going to be really easy to do against all of these Agility 1 Y-Wings. Just easily able to get them into your bullseye, able to make easy hits, get your strain token across, or a stress token with his ability, so it doesn't matter what kind of red you've got, you can pass it on. Toto 360. During the systems phase, you may spend 1 energy. If you do, you may remove 1 stress token to gain 1 strain token and a calculate token, and you can do that 2 times a game. This is really good shenanigan stuff. So after you do a 2 talent, chuck that, your dial reopens up quite magnificently. You can keep your strain token and pass it off if you got Cad Bane's ability, if his attack hits. Or you can just keep your strain token to get into a really good position and then get rid of it another turn. And finally, the title Xanadu Blood. After you decloak, choose an enemy ship in your bullseye. If you do, that ship just gains a strain token. Now, this happens in the systems phase. So if your opponent was already doing a blue move or wasn't already strained, it's a bit of a problem. But if he was already strained or not doing a blue move, he's hanging on to that for the engagement phase. Next up, we've got Lima Kai. Before you engage, if you're not in any ship's front arcs, you may acquire a lock on an enemy ship in your front half arc. And Lima is rocking a dorsal turret, plasma torpedoes, R4B11, and ion bombs. Ion bombs are going to play a big havoc on all of these Y-Wings, because you can only perform a focus action after you're ioned. So if you can get that ion bomb off and outside of their arc, they won't be able to rotate for the next round. And second last, we've got Nadru. While you perform a primary attack, if there are no other friendly ships at range 0 to 2, roll 1 additional attack die. So Lone Wolf is a great pairing because it syncs up perfectly. While you defend or perform an attack, if there are no other friendly ships at range 0 to 2, you may spend 1 energy dice to reroll 1 of your dice. With barrage rockets, with a focus, spend 1 of your charges. If the defender is in your bullseye, you may spend 1 or more energy to reroll that many dice. 3 dice, range 2 to 3. Last but not least, Sarko Plank. This is a bit of a different Sarko than what I've seen LuckyDuck run. He normally runs Contraband Cybernetics, Synced Targeting Priority, Automatic Targeting Priority, and Protectorate Gleb for some coordinating. This time around, he's running Savage Opress, but we'll read Sarko's ability. While you defend, you may treat your agility value as equal to the speed of the maneuver you executed this round. Can come in handy. The Space Tug Tractor Array is the chassis, and as an action, choosing a ship in your front arc at range 1, that ship gains 1 tractor token or 2 tractor tokens if it's in the bullseye at range 1. All of these small ships for Republic means all of these ships are getting jumped around a fair bit with that if it goes off. And Savage Opress, after a friendly ship in your front arc at range 1 to 2 gains a stress or a strain, you may spend 1 force. If you do, that ship gains a focus token, and this is not an action. So this is really lovely for Fenrau or Cad Bane, giving them even more action economy. Ooh, something's going on here that's got everything being reorganized, but we got all the ships off as planned. We'll take a look at this deployment. I think he's just reorganizing for where everything was placed on the table, maybe? Anyway, so yeah, we've got Nadru in this corner. Probably going to pick up that objective and enjoy some alone time by himself. And the rest of the scum and villainy are pretty close together here. And a pretty wide spread for the Y-Wings as well. And we are now officially underway with that road roll done. Let's get this timer started. On to turn 1. So we've got Anakin out here on the flank. 4 shadows basically hogging the middle of the table. And you've got Broadside on the wing, which is kind of where he wants to be. you can just keep him on one wing, slip the turret onto either side, and just hog the rest of the table. Looks like someone forgot to lock down their objective token there. Yeah. All these tokens are locked now. Awesome. Starting with a nice little one bank from Sarko. 4 straight from this Y-Wing. I think these Y-Wings are going to want to be getting in quick and dangerous by the looks of it. Yeah, very aggressive play here with these Y-Wings, which you kind of want them to be. They don't really have a whole lot of options. They're just there for the sheer hull value. You've got 3 shields, 5 hull to chew through, and crits aren't effective until they are actually suffered a crit. So you got to get 2 crits through on 1 attack to start seeing some crit damage on these things. I don't believe I read off a Sakatano. So, after you execute a maneuver, you can spend 1 force and choose a friendly ship at 1 to 3 in your firing arc. If you do, it may perform a red focus action even while stressed. So he's got Anakin out on the wing here, arc face towards the rest of his list, able to provide those focus tokens as needed. It will double stress a ship if they do it while stressed, but target lock red focus on some of these Y-Wings can be pretty juicy. Plus a lot of bombs to get through as well. That's 10 bombs coming out from this Republic list. Looks like LuckyDuck is smelling the blood here. Well, not potential blood in the water. He's going clean after Anakin. Which he's going to actually catch him pretty quickly, because both of these Fenrir and Cad Bane are very speedy boys. They love their speed 5s. They can boost focus quite easily, which is what they've done here. Anakin turning into the middle of the table. Really, to slow play is a good idea here. Kind of limits what you can do with the Fang and the Rogue next turn if you want to try and catch Anakin, if he keeps going straight or if he comes into the middle of the table about here. So nothing really fancy happening in turn 1 of this game. So we'll knock ourselves down to the planning phase. I don't know what Tim's record is, but I do know for a fact that LuckyDuck did win his first game, I believe. I'll have to check that at a later date. I'll check that now, actually, while I've got the opportunity. I wouldn't be surprised if both of these players have a win, but again, we're only early, so it's a bit hard to know the statistics on who's won and who's not. Because this is only round 2 of this league. There'll be several rounds, so I'll plan on streaming as much as I can. I know LuckyDuck wants me to stream and record as many of his games that I can. Might take a little bit longer to find out if he did win or not. So we will let that information slide, and I will update you on when he plays his next round. Be very interesting to see how Tim wants to play this game. Y-Wings aren't notorious for being fast, but he's got the near perfect objective here. So if he can start cleaning up these objectives, I imagine he is probably going to take this middle objective. He's definitely going to take this objective here, and he might just rely on 2 objectives constantly ticking. Nadru not coming in and taking this objective. Ooh. We have Tim winning road there. Yeah, Nadru not coming in and taking this objective could be a little bit of a mistake, because you're definitely taking this objective here. Yep, there it goes. You have a 1 straight here from the Pink Shadow Squadron. You can see a bunch of crates coming in. Okay, so he's going to be taking this one with Pink instead of Broadside. Broadside doing a 2 straight. I think he was I think he's going to be keeping these two close together. I can totally imagine Broadside. Oh, seeing a rotate front arc here. Rotate left, because there's no reason to have your front arc with the ion cannon turret. Too hard here from the blue, so forsaking that middle objective, but I think that's the play with how all these turrets are facing. Just form a long daisy chain of all your Y-wings looking out for each other. Get some nice proper cinematic Shadow Squadron action going on here. Yeah, rotating that turret to look center. Correct thing to do here. Nadru in with the 2 bank. Gonna take that crate perfectly out of range of Broadside's main weapon too. So he's gonna be able to run away with that next turn. 2 bank from Cad. Cad claiming the objective here. Good play. Because Cad can just come in between these rocks next turn, or keep coming in around this hard inside of the rock, depending on where he wants Cad to go. So we won't be seeing any middle of the objective. Brilliant range control here from from Tim, sorry. Keeping Lima out of that prized arc. 4 straight from Annie. And what's Cad going to do? He can't fit a 2 bank in with Cad? Yeah, 2 straight here. Ooh. You go. What are you going to do with him, Ducky? I think a boost focus might be a little bit of a mistake here. He is going for it. Okay. This Shadow Squadron veteran, the yellow one, might have arc on him. Possibly Shadow 3 as well. The blue? Yep. So if Fen can see them, they can see him. Both of them are obstructed. So 3 dice in a 3. Let's see what we can do here. 1 hit from Fen. And sneaks through because it did rotate. The yellow pilot did rotate his arc. So nice cheeky little long range shot plink from Fen there. 6s are done. 5s are done. Range 3 shot from Cad here with the flechette. He is out of the bullseye arc though, but doesn't matter. No tokens to modify that. But it's going to be very easy to pounce on Fen here. Three points to Lucky. 1 to Tim, and our pink shadow, not our pink, sorry, our blue has lost his shield. It's a very interesting turn too. LuckyDuck is off to a soaring lead actually with these 3 objectives. That is actually going to be to the detriment of Tim, not just because he's playing catch-up, but all of these turrets are only range 1 to 2, so if you can just keep your crate carriers being a tiny bit cagey at that range 3 band, they can't be hit unless they're being looked at directly. So it's actually going to be very hard to do damage to try and take these ships off the table as well. I imagine Broadside's probably going to be doing a one bank in here, catch any arc that Nadru is doing because he can't barrel roll with that crate. Probably a one bank in from Sako. Not able to coordinate, but still a good position for him to be in. Lima's probably going to bank in. You could take the crate, but then you're under a lot of fire from these true dice turrets if they catch you at range 2, where if you one bank in and they're straights, the green won't be able to hit you, but the yellow definitely can. Fenrau, easy. He can just 2 straight boost in, catch whoever he wants. He doesn't kind of want to be approaching turrets from the side, though, because it does shut off his Concordia. And Cad is just laughing where he is. He can, has his full dial available to him, can easily just 3 bank into this position here. And wait next turn. Or, do a 2. Don't want a 2 bank, you're not good there, so probably a 3 bank, 3 straight. You've got quite a lot of options here as well. So it will be interesting to see how these guys play it. A lot of options available for the Duckman, but Tim has kind of put himself into a tough situation because he has to keep flying through these clouds. Sorry about that. Had a sneezing fit. Yeah, so Tim has to he kind of has to keep flying through these clouds. Anakin, if he one banks in here to try and get in here, they're just wasted. Same with this yellow. This green might do it as a sacrifice, but I kind of want to keep. You would kind of want to keep them all together in this position. They really need to be just that hedge swarm of attacks out the side arc to really stop you from applying pressure. The lack of linked action when you rotate will actually start to hurt these Y-Wings as well. Because they can only just rotate. They've got no way to actually rotate focus, so no watchful astromechs on these guys with this loadout. But it's still a lot of bombs. You don't want to get behind this list, which is what Tim is probably trying to bait Ducky into doing. But I think Ducky's got the right idea. He's going to take this center. He's going to take and hold this center. Make it be at least another 2-3 turns before these bombs can really come online. Very easy for everyone to also start picking on this pink squadron veteran depending on where he goes. So Ducky wins initiative, but I think the only initiative tie in this game is the I-6 with Fenrau and Anakin. So we're starting with a bomb here. Stops that Fenrau boosting in, which is a good idea, but if Fen was already doing a 2, then he can just boost out or barrel roll out. Bombs from Anakin, deterring Cad Bane from chasing as well. Cad Bane doing a 3 bank, lands about-ish here, so he might be safe, he might not. The crit will kick the crate though, which you don't want to see. Sako with the big swooping bank, takes a focus, nothing else to really do here with him. We had the 3 bank left from Broadside, which we figured that's what he would be doing. And the big 3 straight from the pilot as well, which from the Shadow Squadron Vet 4, which is what you want to see. Get him out of the way. He's got your crate. You don't want him hanging around too much to lose that crate. Then just straight. So this other Shadow Squadron, he's going to cop this bomb. He's not complaining really. He's still got all 3 of his shields. He's got no crate to worry about. That bomb was really just there to kind of stop chasers from coming in, which is pretty much what you want these for. You can keep them for either... Ooh, something's gone wrong here. 1 bank from Nadru, perfectly dodging broadside here. Has a shot onto the veteran squad on a veteran fort, so he can hit those barrage rockets. 2 to 3. Lima, yep, doing the nice one bank. What's she gonna do? She's not in anyone's arc here with her ability, so she's gonna rotate. Okay. I think she's rotated. I think he's thinking about it. Yeah, I take the focus here, because I doubt you're inside range 3 of that Shadow Squadron veteran, so you're technically not inside arc of it, because it is only range 1 to 2. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. Yep, 2 straight from Fen. 3 straight, actually, so he's going to probably just sit here with the focus, honestly. It's probably your best option. There's no point boosting in for the range 1. You end up about here-ish with your front arc here. You might catch him, but you're eating a lot of dice in return. You're eating side arc, side arc, side arc, side... Yeah. 3 side arcs and a rear arc. We don't know what Anakin's doing either. He could be one banking in. Yep, just the focus here. Correct call, I think. And Anakin doing the 2 straight. So, LuckyDuck did predict those bombs coming out and did only the 1 bank with Cad, keeping him away, keeping those points ticking in his favor. All down to what Anakin feels like doing. He's going to be... 3 ships are going to be eating these bombs. Yellow taking another shield, which is not what he wants. So, proton bombs normally explode for a critical damage, but because of the plated hull, while you defend, actually... I think he still loses the crate because you don't count as defending here. This will be up to them to discuss that. Oh, yellow doesn't have the crate anyway. What am I doing? It's pink with the crate. If yellow had the crate, that could have been catastrophic. But no, it is pink with the crate. Some beautiful shots here with Fen. Yep, I agree with that. Take the range 3. Gotta focus, don't spend it, just accept the 1 hit here. Yeah. You got a lot. You got 2 ships firing back at you. There it goes. Does he want to save the focus for offense or for defense? Yeah. Yep, takes the shield. So yellow no longer has any shields. My colours are actually all wrong here. I have no idea how to change it. So we have... this is going to be a problem. Don't actually know how to change ship colours. Oh. Here we go. Yep, got it. Cool. So we will fix this up. Anakin Skywalker is in the dirty brown. Broadside is our red. Oh, right, what have we got here? Yellow being fired on more and more here. So, green shadow. We'll make you yellow. 2 evades. Fenn's loving it. Actually, we'll change our brown down here to yellow. So our yellow boy all the way down the bottom here. Down to hull. Green has lost a hull. Oh, green has lost a shield. Anakin has lost 2 shields. Anakin has also dropped a bomb. So did blue. Okay, that's all fixed up. Range 3 shot here. Yep. Loving it. Range 2 shot from pink. Hit, crit. Very dangerous looking dice here. Guess the focus. Yeah, perfect. And no damage from Ducky either. He is sitting high and mighty right now, scoring another 3 points. I think we're going to have to start seeing a lot more damage and a lot more damage coming out here from Open. This list does look scary on paper. It's just a bunch of resistance Y-Wings with a bunch of hedgehogging with all of these arcs. But if you can just keep at that range 3, there's not too much they can do about it. You're going to be almost always going to be shooting with more dice than 2, so you can just keep plinking. I think Nadru is going to be in a bit of trouble here. The dial for the Z95 is not too bad. Definitely has those 3 banks available. If it wants to load, never mind. But yeah, no, that dial looks pretty healthy for Nadru. He's got quite a lot of things he's able to do with it. As I said, 3 bank. He's always going to be having this lone wolf. If he's baited all of the... I doubt he's baited all of these Y-Wings into chasing him. Especially with Nadru moving last as well. So it'll be interesting to see. I expect a couple of these Y-Wings to be turning in. Broadside's going to be turning in. Yellow will be turning in. I think green will be turning in. So I think you just keep pink and blue on the hunt for Nadru. Get them to kill him. Blue picks up the crate. I think that's probably the game plan on how to deal with Nadru. I think turning out here with Nadru, while it gets you away from Broadside's front arc, it's kind of harder to bring yourself back into the game to assist here. Which, again, you kind of don't want to do because you are sitting here with Lone Wolf. But at the same time, you gotta be careful because 2 of these Y-Wings can definitely keep Nadru tied up for a long time, especially with those proton bombs. I don't know if Nadru did fire. Might have just been out of arc, because I could imagine there would be some barrage rockets coming out and nothing was fired. First round of plasma from Lima as well did some nice help to do all that chunky damage to the yellow Y-Wing. Alrighty, let's see what these guys have planned for turn 4. Keep that nice and updated for you. My timer is always going to be a little bit slower than what they got on the table, just because it's a little bit of a delay for me pressing the play button. So, we're just waiting to see if Open is ready to go. He's umming and ahhing some things here. Green is getting reassigned. So is blue. No, he's happy with blue. I think we are ready to go into round 4. 6-2 up for Duck. First player, once again, double crits. Duck's dice just enjoy this kind of stuff. Another bomb here from Anakin using the last of them. I don't blame him. Keep Cad Bane from following you as much as possible. Sarko fits that with the one bank sitting perfectly in the middle of the objective there. And here we go. Yellow taking that away from the from our LuckyDuck here, but I don't think he's going to be surviving 3 more wounds. He's going to be taking 3 hull, no problem. Again, depends on what Ducky has done, but I can easily see 3 hull being taken here. But it stops Ducky from claiming it, and that's the main thing. Prevents Ducky from claiming it this round, so that's Ducky only gaining 3 for objectives this turn as well. 3 bank from the Drew is probably what we're figuring he would do, or at least I figure is what he would do. So he's in a not the best spot. He's going to be copying 6 dice. Yeah, so I think he has actually missed that arc there. Can't really see from the token, but I think he might have actually dodged blue, so he's only taking 5 dice instead. Cad's laughing, still sitting here. Lima's coming in. She's looking pretty angry, actually. Yep, taking that big, not so much big, but the 3 dice shot. He might change it here. If Fenn's done a 2 straight, he should just fit that in. Yeah, I think Lima's going to be taking stock of her options. Onto blue. Okay, so he's entrusting Sarko and Fenrau to get the kill onto yellow. Unless he wasn't predicting what that yellow. But I think that's the correct call. Kill yellow. Get him to drop the crate. Pick up your 3 points. Ooh. Only enemy ships, though, on that bump. So, Fenrau wanted to end up here. That's not the worst position, though. That's still range 1 with Fenrau. Can't use his adaptive power systems, though, because he needs to execute the red maneuver or perform a red action. So he could have actually used the adaptive systems here if he wanted to. And here comes Annie. He's banked in. Not the best position to be with Cad Bane staring him down. But I don't think Cad Bane will be passing off any any of his own reds. He'll be giving a strain with his flechette cannon if that hits, which is likely to hit. 3 dice focus versus 2 dice no mod. Very likely to hit, but good call here. Locking Fen, trying to get some pressure onto him and take him off the table. Bomb goes off, no one gets hit. There's that range 1 big dice gun from Fenrau. Range 1 with a focus. Doesn't have Predator active. Sorry, no, Predator does not have Fearless. So he's only going to be throwing base mods. Not the best, not the worst. But 3 hits is still pretty good. If we see a blank out here from yellow, that's going to be Red Rover game over for him. There's always a coin that goes down first, and it is our yellow boy today. 3 dice off the table. Takes him out. Interesting. Okay, I see what he's doing here. Giving him the option of that objective, but it takes away his action next turn. Interesting idea. Lima now, unfortunately, doesn't have any mods to her shot. Oh, I don't know why Anakin has fired into Lima here. Interesting. Alright, Lima's just probably going to take her 2 dice shot. I think, yeah, you fire straight here. Don't worry about broadside. 2 dice shot into green. 2 hits. Lima firing big. Spends the focus. Does another shield to our green pilot. Oh, yep, there we go. That's going to be a strain coming out onto Anakin. You kind of want to spend that force for defense there. Yep. Give him that flechette cannon strain. Yep, perfect. Sarko could actually plink away with a decent range 3 shot now. Modified. Sure, it's only 2 dice, but it's a strain, so you're shooting only 1. Anakin was probably looking to... Might not fit that bank there. Might just, so... If there's no blue move coming from Anakin, that's going to keep him strained for next round. 2 dice into Lima. Correct call here. No mods. Only focuses. Ouch. You do have a front arc there on blue. Why aren't you checking that? 2 dice there from pink. Yep, just evade out of that. No problem. And Drew probably won't be seen again now. That's going to be a 4 straight from the Drew and run down the center of the field. Hit crit into Lima. Finally, the first damage of Lima is in... Oh, sorry. Hit crit because of Broadside's ability, changing a bank, and gets... Sorry, 1 damage and the Ion token. Lima is kinda alright with that. She's got a lot of options available to her as well. Yeah, here comes Sarko. Yep. 2 dice with the focus. Spends it. Anakin blanks it. Takes 2 damage on Anakin as well. Anakin is in a bit of a squeeze here. He's looking to be next. And LuckyDuck also getting another 3 scenario points as well. I think this is gonna be a bit of a wash. Anakin worth quite a lot. Very easy to bully down this round. 5 points. If you can kill, if LuckyDuck can kill Anakin this round, that's pretty much going to be game here. Not much else Tim can do. No bombs left on Anakin, so he can't really discourage Cad Bane. Plus, he's in the wrong position for it. Cad Bane's probably going to rocket forward with a 2 or a 3 straight. Keep that availability for you. Try and predict where that bullseye might wind up. Sarko, he's going to come in as well. That's going to be a 2 or a 3 straight from Sarko. Try and keep him available. Can't really do much else. Lima, that's a 1 bank to the left or straight. She can only focus. Probably straight. Open up that position for Fenrau to too hard to try and catch Broadside if he wants. Or can't really 2 bank either. So it'll be interesting. Pink and blue, so pink will come around the obstacle here. Blue will probably 2 hard. I expect a 2 hard or a 1 bank from this green as well. And ultimately, if Anakin can fit that 1 bank in, he's laughing. Otherwise, he's going to have to 2 hard out and rotate rear for some kind of defense. So we're looking to go into round 5, which is looking like a very dominant position from LuckyDuck. He's been getting insane dice rolls as well. A lot of focuses or blanks when there was no focuses available to the Republic player, to our boy Tim here. Drops a bomb. Yeah, correct call. You're going to be catching the Drew with that unless he banked out, which could happen. He definitely can't boost. 1 straight here from Sarko. He's loving it. He's probably going to focus here. Yep. Now, what is next? How are we going to do all of these? Broadside doing a 1 bank in. Yeah, I would be as well. Try and keep that range 1 available. Too hard here from the green. He's still in range of his own bomb again, so he will be getting hit. Bower roll out. Yep. So no mods here. Trying to block any kind of 1 bank from Fang fighter, but there is no 1 bank on the Fang. So a 2 straight was going to get blocked. Well, would be blocked by Lima doing a 1 straight unless she banked. But he's definitely trying to set a trap for Fen. I think this is a correct call. Try and get some damage here onto Fen. If you can try and take Fen off the table, that's an immediate 6 points, and it's a bit of a catch-up. But, oh, a 1 bank from Nadru, so Nadru will be eating that bomb and dropping their cargo, which is not good, but can just pick up the next one, no problem. Just 1 bank picks that up. 1 bank here from Lima, takes a focus. And what is Fen doing? Did the 2 straight. Okay. Yep, so not the best position for Fen. This will be a range 2 shot from broadside. Range 0, range 1, so he'll only be getting Concordia for 1 of these. Oh, and Anakin has actually turned in and is barrel rolling to dodge the arc of Cad, but Sako is smelling hungry. And because of Anakin's ability, can't use that because it didn't. Happens before the action happens. So you execute the maneuver first, then you check for stress. Then you check the difficulty, check for stress. Yep, blue taking a shield here. Same with Nadru, also taking a shield. And kicks the cargo off Nadru, who has been valiantly holding on to it this entire game. And we start with Fen. Yep, just that range 1 gut punch. With Fearless, with a focus. I don't know if you focus here. Yeah, I'd keep that focus defense for defense here. That's a range 2, range 1. I would hang on to it for defense. I think, yeah, just 3 hits here. Yeah. Correct call. Finally, the dice turning green for blue. For open, but too little, too late. 3 dice into Sako. Hit, crit. Sako doesn't like it. It will kick the cargo. Big damage into Sako. What's our crit looking like? And we have a wounded pilot. So a bit of a turnaround here. Kicked 2 of the cargoes, so only 1 point for each of our players here. I think you take the range. 2 into broadside here, yep. Hit crit from Lima. Broadside takes a shield. Nadru has the back corner of green there, so he's going to take that shot. Barrage rocket. Correct call. Can't reroll any of these with barrage rocket because it's not in the bullseye. Hit crit still pretty good, so that'll... No, sorry, we have... Was there a friendly ship at range 2? I think there might have been a friendly ship at range 2 there. I think Anakin might have been at 2. So green's got no shields now. 3 dice in from... Oop, wrong set of dice to roll there. So 2 hits coming into green. No mods. Takes another 2 onto green. These ships are starting to limp here, but there's no coordinated fire to really deal with these. Duck can't really afford to take this cargo. Oof, just 2 hits here coming in. Into Fen. Yep. One evade, 2 eyes. Focuses out. 2 dice here into Sarko, trying to get some easy points. Could get him another hit crit. Spends the force, takes another crit, fuel leak. Sarko hanging on for dear life here. He could shoot Anakin, not Anakin, sorry, he could shoot Fen Rao here with 3 dice, but he's in Concordia, he's rolling 4 dice. Every chance he gets away with it. I think you just take the 2 into 2 here. See if you can kill off Sarko. Another lucky roll like that kills Sarko. That's 3 points. It gets you back into the game, but he's choosing Fen here. Yeah, just a single hit, so Concordia. Oh no, into Sarko. And it kills Sarko. Oh, rear turret into Nadru. Sorry. I think you should have taken that Sarko shot, honestly. Because now Sarko's got that range 1 on Anakin, 3 dice. Three dice with a focus. Oh, Anakin, you gotta roll paint here. And he doesn't roll paint. Oh no, Anakin is still loving it. Was probably not the best roll there for Sarko. Another damage on Anakin's not what you needed. So no bombs left here from blue. I believe it was pink that dropped that last bomb, even though the energy wasn't flipped, so I'm going to assume so. So, Nadru is safe to just 1 bank take that objective. You can't bank in here because green's got a bomb left. Yeah, green has bombs left. You take that 1 bank, you claim that objective, keep Nadru out of the fight now. You've given up your 2 free shields. He's only 2 hull, 2 agility. Very easy to keep Anakin locked down here. Unfortunately, Sarko doesn't have any shenanigans he can do. This is why I like contraband on Sarko, because you can just reverse up, chuck a... then immediately just chuck a tractor token onto a low agility ship like Anakin, have Cad Bane 1 hard in, just light up Anakin. Lima probably goes after pink here, or keeps turning around, maybe a 2 hard to swing your arc around to hit blue or Anakin. It might not hit Anakin actually. very much a big mess in the middle of the table. I don't imagine Open's going to let Ducky have a lot of options to move Fenrir around in here as well. Fenrir is very much stuck in this position. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting to see what happens here. I don't have an activity feed up on one of my screens, so I apologize if you're still watching Big ONJ. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I plan on trying to get more streams up and running, so doing a lot more X-Wing streams, a lot more variety streams as well. Yeah, of course. More than happy to stream any games. I am a part of the league. I fly for Mega Milk. This is a bye week for me, so that's why I'm able to try and cram in as many games as possible. But if you enjoy the stream, I'm more than happy to stream or record your games for you guys. It's a lot easier to look back at streamed or recorded games and learn from them. This has been a very interesting game. LuckyDuck is a very strong player at my locals where we both are. We're both from the Reef City Cartel, all the way in sunny far north Queensland, Australia. And you're tuning in to watch LuckyDuck vs. Open, Headhunters v Mon Cala Seafood, Scum vs. Republic. There's actually plenty more greater faction warfares inside the Star Wars universe. I'm happy to get the bye. It gives me an extra week to practice with all these beautiful Scum SLs that have just come out as well. So I can definitely go into next week with that practice under my belt. That also means some people might have had plenty of practice against it though, which is the main problem with some of the scrims I was having today with my team. Definitely need some more games of that Boba SL out. All of them really catch my eye. Big on. I have no idea how to actually pronounce that one. But yeah, no, all of them are really fun. I've loved the look of Zizor. Zizor was definitely in need of a facelift. He was just no point in taking him. You'd just take Guri instead. But now that Zizor SL very much has a built-in Notorious, can do a lot of maneuver shenanigans with the micro thrusters and title in the system phase. Yeah, I love this Fen SL. I love this CAD SL. You can see a kind of custom art SL that we did here in the Reef City Cartel for CAD. I actually really enjoy this one. It's got both Toto and CAD in it. I'm definitely looking forward to more Bo-Katan though. A bit of a mistake here from Ducky, turning into the Proton. But we see the one hard from CAD. Kind of knew that one was coming. What's Fen doing though? Doesn't have a lot of options. Can't too... might not fit that too hard in here. But yeah, back to my favorites. Yeah, as I was saying, just any of the Scum SLs are looking fantastic. Boba Fen, Zizor, Zuckuss. Plenty of different ships out there. Yeah, exactly. Definitely a lot of different ships flying around. Oh, Dengar. Thank you. I forgot about Dengar. I flew Dengar in my scrim today, and he just loves that left-hand turn. Especially because it's so easy for him to constantly keep regenerating that free calculate as well. So if you have that double shot, you can just keep modding it over and over again. Here comes a crit onto Nadru. That's not what you want to see. And we get a console fire, so Nadru could still actually die here. That'll be a big 3 points over to... I think my points are off. Yeah, my points are off here inside Yaz B, but they're still giving me the right values in the end. There's still 20 points here on the overlay. Oh yeah, no, that calc ability is beautiful. Now, so I missed this. Who's shooting into here? We see 3 dice here from Anakin, so I assume that's into CAD. Yep. Fenn's going to take that range 0 shot into blue. Get some damage into him while he can. No dice. I think with Scum, at the moment, they definitely need to be firing probably 4 ship lists. Just because of a lot of 6 and 4 pointers they have. 3 dice here from Lima. Spends her own target lock to reroll those 2 dice. Gets a hit, which is about what you'd expect from rerolling a hit focus. 2 more damage into blue, spreading the damage, not really focusing down anyone. Yeah, the Bo-Katan bomb is just great. She's one of the few ships in the game that can... No, Drew is off the table, takes the damage, still gets his shot off though. Yeah, no, there's not the best 3-point options. Sarko's one of them. You can either fly Sarko like this Savage build, or fly him with coordination. Fly him as a coordinator with Gleb. All your named mining guild ties are 3 points. Ketsu crew on any of the quad jumpers is pretty good as well. Keep that, keep those nasty tractor tokens around. I think Duck he's going into green here. Hit, crit will take him off the table. So hit into green. Sorry, I did not fix that up from earlier. Takes him out. We have 1 point here from CAD for the scenario, and 2 here from Anakin. So we're looking at 19 to... Is my math off somewhere? Something has gone wrong on my screen, I think. Or... Yep, I've done something wrong here, so we'll just drop that down so it's showing 16 to 7. There we go. I'll trust them over me. I think they might have forgotten to do object... No. 3, 3, 3, 1... So, did forget to do 1 point here. I see what the problem is. XWA hasn't loaded the points in properly for destroyed targets. Yep. So that should be 17 to 9. Okay. I probably loaded them in as XWA. As AMG, sorry, instead of XWA. Let's see if I can get this fixed really quick for you guys. Because nothing's worse than having the wrong points on your overlay. Makes things confusing for me and you. Drew is out. Sarko is sitting with one with a wounded pilot and a fuel leak. That brings us to... There we go. Those points are still not right. Okay. WASO is not behaving today. Lima bow shield out, one hull down. Fen, one hull down. Yeah, so Han's Chewie is a lot nicer. I think that's what Chewie should have been printed as, is what he is on the card at the moment. On the SL, sorry. So I could definitely see that Han getting some play as well. Sarko just saving the points. I think don't have to here. Takes the stress for doing the focus. Yep. You got a pretty commanding lead as LuckyDuck here. Still trying to do all the kind of bumping here with Fen. Forcing bumps. Pink Shadow gets to come in now. Has been doing nothing but carrying this crate alongside the edge of all game. One bank here from Cad. One straight lock from Lima. Correct thing to do. And he's too harding to try and get away with it. Two left bank, only enemy, forces that bump here. Lima takes a crit. Disabled power regulator. So we've got this Annie shot into Cad Bane. Probably spend a force here. Yeah. 3 evades from Cad. Anakin's going to take that range 1 into blue to try and finish this game here. Yep. Full spend the focus. Put some damage in. 3 damage. Kills off blue. So 20 points there. My overlay not having these point values right is frustrating, but we'll make it work by adjusting objective points in my side of things. 1 hit on the Pink. Pink gets the evade. I think Sarko's out of range of broadside here. Cad taking the range 2 shot into the Shadow Squadron. Has the focus. Spends it. Hit crit. Kicks the crate off Pink. Ultimate that it will be an insult to injury there to wrap the game up with a colossal score margin here of 21 to 10. Might actually get it though. Did a 3 bank, so he can use Sarko's ability to pump it up to agility 3. With the focus though, only 1 hit. Yep, there we go. Lima's probably going to survive this as well. 3 dice, unless we see a big crit chain that could kill Lima. No crits, just the 1 hit. 1 evade. Yep. Then 1 objective for each of them. 21 to 10, end of round 7. Good game. Dice definitely started to come back around in favor of Open there. Killing, if he managed to get the kill onto Anakin, that would have been over a lot quicker. But I think Open forcing all his Y-Wings to come around this side of the table just gave so much position to LuckyDuck. And LuckyDuck was able to really capitalize with this list. This list is pretty nasty. Savage giving out handy focuses as needed. Yeah, that's it. Got to try these things, and you're only early in the league as well. This is only week 2. He did have Ahsoka, which never went off. I think he was mostly using Ahsoka as a force battery, just to give yourself an extra force as needed. He could have definitely been doing that as well, because that's not an action he could have been giving. There were a lot of times he could have been giving focuses to the Y-Wings that had just rotated their turrets. A lot of times he could have been doing that. Yeah, Y-Wing with blue dials. He was mostly doing blue maneuvers most of the game. There were very few times he was doing anything larger than that or harder than that. Yeah, no, that's it. It's good to see the cards on the table. Bombs and Y-Wings definitely love this kind of game. We've already had Open leave, so I'll change my color over to white to let Lucky know I'm still in here doing post-game. Yeah. Very interesting. Nadru turning into that proton was a bit of a mistake. Nadru could have turned out to here, dodge the bomb, pick up that objective. I can now actually press tab because I didn't have the ability to turn myself into the games master. But yeah, ended very well. Fen had a lot of banks there. I'm not sure if Ducky forgot about adaptable power systems working after he performs a red action. Oh, yeah, no. Fen could have been in a lot of bomb hell here. Very easy for him to start just dying to bombs. He has that extra hull. Beskar doesn't help, though. So I don't know when the next stream will be. Ultimately, depends on whoever wants me to stream their game, really. I'll put the advertisement out there for people. But yeah, this has been round 2 of the Nickle City X-Wing Draft League. LuckyDuck taking the win 21 to 10 against TimOpin. Very uphill battle with all this hull to get through, especially in Salvage Mission. But he managed to bring it home in the end, and that's what you kind of want to see as the main thing. Especially as a Scum player, that's what you want to see. But definitely an interesting game to watch. Very few mistakes from either player playing the position they best had. I think the only mistake from Lucky was probably that turn with Nadru to get hit by that bomb. But yeah, other than that, I have been Narkexi. I have been enjoying these games. Thank you again. I will very much enjoy the bi-week big. If there is another stream up, I will chuck it into the general chat like before. So I will see you guys next time whenever that happens to be, but I will more than likely be streaming probably a scrim I have over the weekend. Definitely, so at least one more stream this week for X-Wing, not including any other variety streams of video games I play in general. So thank you guys for coming along. There will be this uploaded to my YouTube channel as well as a couple other videos that I'm just fixing up the post-processing stuff in, so a couple of corrections. I recently did a discussion about all of the SLs that came out. But yeah, I will definitely be seeing you guys around whenever I see you.